Section 2. Number 1. History and Introduction to Tourism. 1. Tourism will be central topic of tomorrow's speech. Two. According to the speaker, the name Mario originated from a place in the eastern coast. 3. In the beginning, the area was known for exporting products related to fishery. 4. Currently, the area is well known for exporting lemons and oranges to Asian countries. 5. There will be a concert and a costume party held at the museum this weekend. 6. On rainy days, local residents recommend that tourists spend their time watching the culture show. 7. The hot spring is suitable for newly wedded couples, but not for elderly or pregnant women. 8. The hot spring must be tolerable enough for young adults to enjoy in. 9. The rafting activity is open to primary and secondary school children, and parents won't have to worry because there will be professional instructors. 10. The Central Park is a good place to relax for the elderly and the disabled people on wheelchairs.
Number 2. Going camping. 1. Going camping is much easier now because you can easily buy hot food at the caravan park. 2. Children who get lost are usually taken to the Green Lounge. 3. At the Meadow campsite, campers can enjoy music played by local bands. 4. Because there are free parking lots at the Meadow campsite, you won't have to pay an extra fee for a trailer. 5. There's an ATM at the lodge in case you need some cash, and interestingly, you can also learn dancing from the instructors. 6. The caravan park has tons of entertainment specifically for children's enjoyment. 7. If you want to watch the latest film, just visit the Rolling Restaurant. 8. The Meadow campsite is facing the Forest Road on its north and the Royal Way on its west side. 9. Between the river bridge on the west and the Royal Way on the east sits the caravan park. 10. The Green Lounge is along the Forest Road and it is right next to F and across H.
Number 3. Ski and Snowboard Exhibition. 1. These ski and snowboard gears are highly recommended because they are very comfortable and safe. 2. The ski and snowboard resort has hired a new instructor for this season. 3. Instead of selling tickets, distributing newsletters would be cheaper and it will reach a wider audience. 4. Reduction of waste materials will be the main focus of the exhibition. 5. The tickets for the exhibition are a bit expensive, but it is definitely worth it. 6. Since there are special offers included in the ticket price, it's not so bad. 7. There will be ski and snowboard equipments prepared at the exhibition for the audiences to freely use at the event. 8. Skiing and snowboarding are technically not the same, and there are many different aspects to both sports. 9. There is a difference in the figures from last year's activities to this year's. 10. This year's exhibition organisers have to pay a closer attention to the implementation of security measures.
Number 4. Garbage classification. 1. Garbage bags can function as waterproof bags to keep stuff dry. 2. People are advised not to overfill the blue garbage bin. 3. The community has been advised to place building materials, such as wood, in a separate container. 4. The bins containing heavy stuff cannot be moved by the trash collectors. 5. A plastic bag can be used as a container for little pieces of trash, such as bits of paper and receipts to go in. 6. The wind will blow the trash back out if you leave the dustbin open. 7. A person will be assigned to empty dustbins in places that cannot be reached by garbage collectors due to traffic. 8. Garbage collection in the business district is scheduled at 7 a.m. on weekdays and 10 a.m. on weekends. 9. The rubbish that the garbage collectors have not collected for 4 weeks is finally being collected. 10. The local government advised everyone not to throw in dirt and stones in the recycle bins.
Number 5. Building a house. 1. Nicole chose this topic because she wanted a building that was made with better quality materials. 2. Putting a window on the roof for a sky roof feature would require a day of work. 3. During the research, She was very surprised at the fact that there was such a wide price difference. Four. Apparently, the cause of such difference in prices was due to the inconsistency of calculating methods. Five. According to the contract, small companies are required to deposit money as prepayment for damages. Six. There is a need to compare the prices that are featured on the radio's website. Seven. The only way to know the quality of a structure is by conducting an inspection of the house before its completion. Eight. The foreman must conduct a survey of the structure prior to contacting the customer. Nine. If there is a problem with the house, it should be solved by having the builders redo the work. 10. When a house has a problem, it could best solved by first looking at the regulator's reflection.
Number 6. Introduction to the park. 1. If you want to see wild animals, you should take the red track route. 2. The routes taken on the night tour are free of charge. 3. You have to make a reservation in advance if you want to go shopping. 4. People who wish to do their laundry will need coins for the coin-operated laundry machine. 5. One of the activities conducted daily is the banana boat ride, which children enjoy very much. 6. Unfortunately, the rock climbing activity has to be cancelled because the staff member who's in charge is sick. 7. The Visual Travel Tours provides an audio-visual guide to enrich your travel experience. 8. Guidelines for the reception of tourists have been posted on the community board. 9. The office is located at the bottom right corner, with 2 buildings right below it. 10. We can see the picnic area very close to the lake.
Number 7. Preschool education. 1. The Parent-Toddler program is a class specifically designed for children between the ages of 3 months and 5 years old. 2. The non-traditional school inspired by Rudolf Steiner runs cooperatively by the parents. 3. The courses are all age appropriate, and there are also specific programs suitable for mixed ages. 4. There aren't many parents who want to participate in the intensive training. 5. Most of the school projects are given as special assignments to students. 6. All parents are required to attend the public orientation meeting conducted at the beginning of the school year. 7. Parents of older students are required to make several school visits and attend a class observation session. 8. The school program, which aims to nourish a child's heart and mind, was funded by the government. 9. Children should be required to do more reading for them to fully develop their creative thinking skills. 10. Children learn through experience and with art and music, which greatly increases their self-confidence.
Number 8. Swimming lessons. 1. Marcus felt an occasional pain on the neck during his swimming lessons. 2. While the pain on the neck gradually disappeared, Marcus realized that he now had problems with his hand movements. 3. The coach feels that swimming lessons can be a bit problematic because the enjoyment involved in it takes away students' focus. 4. Ever since he started swimming lessons, he saw the methods being done only 5 times. 5. Adult beginners must take the stretching lessons for a minimum of 6 weeks. 6. The price for adult private lessons is $45 per week, and it runs for a minimum of 6 weeks. 7. Adults who take swimming lessons should be able to learn how to breathe above water within 4 weeks. 8. Children between the ages of 3 to 5 usually learn to swim after their first 4 lessons. 9. Adults who are learning to swim are constantly guided by instructors. 10. In contrast to other age groups, babies can have their head underwater during the first week of the lessons.
Number 9. Gym map. 1. The equipment in the gym really needs an update because everything is old and worn out. 2. They are predicting that the newly opened fitness course will be successful. 3. On weekends, they will only be open throughout half-day because the gym needs to be thoroughly cleaned. 4. The membership card has to be paid and updated annually or it will stop operating. 5. I have a really bad memory, so I can't remember the club's main features. 6. Before anyone can get into the gym, they first have to register and write their name in the logbook. Seven. The badminton court is behind the cafe on the northwest corner of the parking lot. 8. The cafe is on the southwest corner across the badminton court beside the reception area. 9. The bathroom is on south side, in front of the reception area, in between the cafe and the swimming pool. 10. The swimming pool occupies the eastern side of the lot, beside the car park and the bathroom.
Number 10. Company relocation. 1. I heard from a friend that Adam's company moved for expansion reasons. 2. He heard that the Textron company had to move because their lease had ended. 3. The location of the Adams' new company office is close to the printers. 4. The new Textron company office is located close to a transport center. 5. The furniture used in the old office were taken to the new company's location. 6. Other furniture that no longer had a place in the new office were sold to the public. 7. The old files that were kept in the stockroom of the previous office have all been thrown away. Eight. They made copies of the important documents that were found in the old office's stockroom. 9. During the moving period, employees were not expected to work and had to stay at home. 10. The employees were instructed to check out the new building during the moving period, even if they were not expected to work.
Number 11. Celebration of the International Day. 1. The International Week will be held in August as decided by the town businessmen. 2. The local newspaper suggested that the event should be held for a whole week instead of just a day. 3. It was decided that if the weather turns out bad, they will broadcast from the radio station. 4. The overseas team had to submit a good proposal if they wanted to join the event. 5. Outdoor activities will be held at the community centre's parking lot. 6. The company will be supporting the fair by providing furniture and equipment. 7. The group from Mexico will be performing their country's traditional dance. 8. The South African group will be displaying traditional ethnic costumes at the event. Nine. The representatives from Indonesia will be showcasing traditional cooking methods. 10. The Canadian team is going to exhibit their woodcarving skills and products.
Number 12. Tourist attraction. 1. The Cavanal Hill, located in Oklahoma, is said to be the tallest hill in the world. 2. Tourists will be enthralled by the many wildflowers that grow on the hill. 3. A nature reserve is an area set aside for the purpose of preserving certain animals and plants. 4. There are around 10 species of deer that can be found on the hill. 5. Archaeologists are excavating a 400-year-old ruin found near a ceremonial site on the hill. 6. There are hundreds of species of birds that populate the hill during migration season. 7. The hostel at the edge of the hill is the most suitable accommodation that can be rented on a weekly basis. 8. There is a cottage midway up the hill that can be rented out to tourists on a weekly basis. 9. Members of the tourist attraction Hunters Organization are given free magazines that feature nature. 10. Tourist attraction Hunters Organization members are granted tour guides, but they should be booked in advance.
Number 13. Introduction to farming. 1. The farm is a home to 19 types of wild birds that can be seen at all hours of the day. 2. The most popular children activity at the farm is pony riding. 3. The farm staff receives their salary from the City Council. 4. Children who volunteer at the farm will learn about the problems that farmers face. 5. The agricultural concept of typical farms was developed for people to understand and compare the current farm production systems of the world. 6. Farming machinery's techniques, which usually produce the best results, control the yield potential of rice crops. 7. Crop production is a branch of agriculture that involves growing crops to provide edible food. 8. Fertilizers and pesticides both have definite pros and cons associated within their use in crop production. 9. Organic production is an agricultural management system that promotes and enhances biodiversity, biological cycles, and soil biological activity. (10) The information can be obtained from neighbors who farm close to the land.
Number 14. New guided walk program. 1. The majority of the participating customers have experienced it before. 2. One of the improvements in this year's guided walk program is that the menu changes every week. 3. New guides will properly learn the methods of guiding by first being accompanied by an experienced guide. 4. The plan for this year's guided walk program is to travel in groups to different directions. 5. The organisers will prepare a local food for the participants' meal break after the tour. 6. The leader suggested that putting people who speak the same language together could be ideal. 7. The assistant is responsible for booking the hotel and ordering the food that will be needed after finishing the tour. 8. One of the new guides has the task of checking the weather report and relaying the weather condition information to the team leaders. 9. The experienced tour guides are the ones responsible for arranging transportation. 10. Tourist walkers are responsible for the preparation of their own refreshments.
Number 15. How to save fuel. 1. It has been suggested that buses use alternative fuels such as natural gases. 2. The speaker said that small engines can be used instead, so fuel consumption will not be as heavy. 3. The most common cars on the road can carry at least 3 adults. 4. Motorists are advised to get their tanks filled on Tuesdays to save money. 5. The cars that consume the least fuel are those that do not need the engine to be warmed up before you start to drive it. 6. Another way to help your car conserve its fuel is by having the oil filter cleaned regularly. 7. You can avoid wasting fuel by keeping your car windows closed when the heater or the air conditioner is on. 8. You can also save fuel by removing unnecessary items from your car and by keeping the trunk empty. 9. Many motorists attest that using standard oil helps them to save fuel. 10. In addition to all the other methods mentioned, Drive on smooth roads as much as possible to avoid fuel wastage.
Number 16. Volunteers Wildlife Protection and Organizations Introduction and Activity Arrangement. 1. The aim of this project is to examine how animals live in the jungle. 2. The majority of the cost goes to the volunteers' accommodation and their necessary needs. 3. It's not an easy project because the researchers and student volunteers are not used to the climate. 4. Those who would like to volunteer for this activity are required to take a medical test. 5. Grace is one of the volunteers, and she feels that this activity will help her make friends. 6. Edwin is one of the volunteers who feels very excited about encountering a wild animal. 7. Clara is one of the volunteers, and she feels that this activity will be beneficial for her future career. 8. Sarah is one of the volunteers, and she's very excited about learning a culture that's very different from hers. 9. Kate is one of the volunteers, and she feels that it's important to set rules for safety and use it as a warning to yourself. 10. Erin is one of the volunteers, and she feels that this activity will help her better understand the concept of teamwork.
Number 17. Art Gallery. 1. According to the book, the art gallery opened in 1888. 2. It was mentioned in the article that the former owner of the art gallery wanted to specialize in oil paintings. 3. The biggest donation the art gallery ever received was given by the local government. 4. The newspaper article said that the art gallery will open the sculpture garden to the public. 5. The radio announcer mentioned that the tickets can only be used within a certain period of time. 6. The art gallery has a media room and it takes up most of the western side of the floor. 7. Between the seminar room on the northwest corner and the web room on the north is the tea house. 8. On the north side of the floor, between the tea house and the cafe, is the web room. 9. On the north side of the floor, next to the exit and the shop on the northeast corner, is the cafe. 10. Right in front of the exit on the northeast corner of the floor is the shop.
Number 18. Children's Chess Club. 1. The club was organized for children who are interested in chess. 2. The fees differ based on the level, but it's £20 for beginners' private lesson. 3. The best way for anyone to learn chess is through regular practice. 4. Skilled players recommend beginners practice chess on the internet. 5. Children in the chess club can start joining competitions as soon as they are confident and good. Six. The main rule in Game A, which is open to both adults and children, is that they should play rapidly. 7. It is a school competition and only beginners can participate in the Game B. 8. A rule in Game C states that club team winners may not substitute, assign, transfer, or redeem the prize for cash. 9. Game D has more flexible rules as it is open to different levels. 10. Game E rules state that it can only be held twice a year because it is a national competition.
Number 19. Hotels in America. 1. According to the review, Angel Spa has very poor room service. 2. The review says Lakeview Spa has a very well-equipped suite. 3. It was mentioned in the review that Gold Spa has a good choice of food. 4. One of the women said she loves Ocean Motion Spa because she gets to sleep on a very comfortable bed. 5. The Orange Conference Room has a wide space for a low price. 6. The Mozilla Conference Room can provide fitness facilities for health and fitness events. 7. There are many facilities at the hotel, including spa services. 8. Companies can hold meetings and conferences at the hotel and take advantage of the free internet access. 9. The hotel will be offering a summer special for children, including free children's meals. 10. The hotel's summer specials include a room upgrade depending on the availability.
Number 20. Holiday Special Ski. 1. Jane's father is not only a screenwriter but also an actor. 2. Jane loves to travel because her parents' passion inspired her as a child. 3. The first ever British ski resort was established in the 1960s. 4. Another activity that is recommended aside from skiing is playing golf. 5. Residents of the Edinburgh region recommend tourists to visit their museum. 6. The next scheduled programme is on about improving the UK landscape. 7. One of the attractions that has been popular in that area for many years is the lakeside. 8. Lindsey Berg is an American volleyball player who had the opportunity to play with Olympics champions 3 times. 9. Winterton is a sports broadcaster who may be good at training beginners with his extensive knowledge on sports. 10. Athletes usually don't get paid while they're being trained, although they still get stipends and allowances.